Love, a topic that each of us has experienced at least once, but have you truly understood it? Why do some relationships remain strong while others easily fall apart? Have you ever wondered if someone secretly likes you but hasn't dared to confess? Sometimes, love doesn't need to be expressed through flowery words. Just by observing a little, you can see everything through small actions, glances, or subtle gestures. Maybe he always takes the initiative to approach you, gives you caring looks, or remembers even the tiniest details about you. If you're curious and want to know if someone secretly likes you, let's discover these hidden signs together. Welcome to Sophia's Knowledge, and my name is Sophia. This is where you will find valuable lessons and secrets to building a truly lasting love. In today's video, Sophia will take you on a journey to uncover 6 signs that he secretly likes you, featuring real-life stories and deep insights. Don't miss out on the advice that could change the way you perceive and experience love. You'll feel more at ease if you find a quiet place and put on your headphones. Relax, clear your mind, and get ready to embrace the positive messages in today's video. Are you ready to embark on this journey with Sophia? Let's begin. Sign 1. He always finds ways to be near you. A sign that he secretly likes you. In the world of love, not everyone dares to openly express their feelings. Some guys like a girl but choose to approach from a distance, quietly creating opportunities to be close without being too obvious. If you pay attention, you might notice someone who always seems to be around, always finding reasons to talk, or simply always present at places you go. This is one of the clearest signs that he secretly likes you. He always shows up where you are. Have you ever wondered why he always seems to coincidentally appear wherever you go? One day you visit your favorite cafe, and he happens to be there. When you join an extracurricular activity, he's also present for some reason. Don't think this is just a coincidence, because a guy who likes you will naturally seek opportunities to be near you. They don't want to lose their chance, but they also don't want to be too obvious. That's why they skillfully appear, pretending it's just by chance, when in reality, it's a way to catch your attention. He actively creates situations to approach you. Some men are very good at creating situations to start conversations with you. He might pretend to need help, ask you a seemingly random question, or even join a mutual friend group just to have more opportunities to interact with you. For example, if you're taking a skills class or joining a club, he might decide to sign up too, even if he never showed interest in that field before. If he's your coworker, he might deliberately take breaks at the same time as you or find ways to work on the same projects. This effort is not simple. It requires special attention and a strong desire to get closer to your world. And if a man continuously creates chances to be near you, it's certainly not random. He always listens and remembers what you say. Another important sign is when he not only approaches you but also pays special attention to what you say. When you talk, he truly listens and remembers even the smallest details you share. Maybe you once mentioned your favorite restaurant, and a few days later, he suddenly suggests that the group should go there. Or you shared that you love a specific movie, and suddenly, he watches it and talks about it with you. These actions aren't random, they are the result of his special interest in you. He tries to create natural intimacy. Guys who have feelings but haven't confessed will often find ways to close the gap with small actions like casually sitting near you during group gatherings, always facing his body towards you when talking, offering small gestures of help, like extending a hand when you need it or gently touching your shoulder while talking. These actions may seem small, but they hold great meaning. They reflect his desire to connect with you while also testing whether you will reciprocate his interest. He gets subtly jealous when you're close to someone else. Another clear sign that he likes you is when he becomes uncomfortable or acts differently when you spend time with another guy. If he's chatting happily but suddenly becomes quiet or distracted when you start talking to another man, that's a sign of his feelings. Some guys might even try to insert themselves into the conversation or find ways to redirect your attention back to them instead of the other person. Even without words, a hint of jealousy is enough to prove that you hold a special place in his heart. He doesn't want to lose contact with you. If a guy truly likes you, he won't let your conversations fade into nothing. He will always find ways to stay in touch, even if it's just through simple messages like, "Are you going to work today? Got any plans for the weekend? I just heard this song, and it totally reminds me of you." These messages may seem casual, but in reality, they show his desire to maintain a connection with you. He doesn't want you to forget about him, and this is his way of subtly expressing his feelings. In the end, a man who truly likes you may not say it outright, but his actions will reveal everything. If you notice that he always finds ways to be near you, appears wherever you go, and pays special attention to you, then there's a high chance that he secretly likes you. So, have you noticed someone showing these signs toward you? Listen to your heart and observe carefully, because sometimes, love doesn't need to be spoken, it just needs to be felt through sincerity. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends or family to spread the value. And if you have any questions or ideas, leave them in the comments. I'm always listening and ready to answer. Let's continue together. Sign 2. His eyes are on you more than usual. A sign that he is secretly into you. In the world of love, eye contact is the most powerful nonverbal language. A guy may hide his feelings through words, but his eyes cannot lie. If you notice that a man frequently looks in your direction, his gaze lingers longer than usual, or he awkwardly looks away when caught, it's highly likely that he has a special interest in you. The eyes can reveal a lot about a person's emotions, especially when they are attracted to someone. So, how does a guy's gaze change when he likes you? How can you distinguish between a normal glance and one filled with hidden emotions? Let's dive deeper into this sign. He always watches you, even when you're not paying attention. One of the clearest signs that a guy likes you is that he frequently looks at you, even when you're unaware. If you suddenly turn and catch him staring, only for him to immediately look away or pretend to be busy, that is no coincidence. Observe him in group conversations, social gatherings, or even at school or work. If his eyes often seek you out in a crowd, it proves that you are on his mind. His gaze is gentle and filled with care. The way a man looks at someone he likes is entirely different from how he looks at others. It's not just a passing glance, it's a gaze filled with care and warmth. If he looks at you with a special kind of attention, his eyes light up when you speak, or there is a softness in his expression, it means he is genuinely engaged in every word you say. This is not a fleeting or superficial look but an expression of sincerity and deep interest. He becomes nervous when your eyes meet. A guy who isn't ready to confess his feelings will often become nervous when caught staring at you. If you suddenly turn and see him looking at you, and he quickly looks away, down, or pretends to be busy, that is a clear sign. This reaction indicates that he is flustered because he got caught admiring you. He doesn't want you to realize his feelings too soon, yet he can't help but look in your direction. His eyes search for you in a crowd. Another significant sign is when he always looks for you in crowded places. When you walk into a room, his gaze immediately shifts toward you. When you leave, his eyes unconsciously follow. If you pay close attention, you'll notice that even in social gatherings or busy events, his eyes naturally gravitate toward you. This suggests that you hold a special place in his thoughts, perhaps even before he realizes it himself. He looks at you when you're not watching but avoids your eyes when you notice. Some guys, when they like someone, will constantly look at that person but lack the courage to maintain eye contact when caught. They will quietly observe you from a distance, watching how you smile and talk, but as soon as you turn to look at them, they quickly shift their gaze elsewhere. If you notice someone repeatedly glancing at you but hurriedly looking away when you catch them, that's a strong sign that he likes you but isn't ready to show it. His eyes hold a special connection when you talk. Interestingly, when a man likes you, his eye contact during conversations will be different from when he speaks with others. He will attentively listen to everything you say, maintain eye contact for longer than usual, and sometimes, his eyes will sparkle with excitement or happiness as he listens to your stories. If he keeps eye contact in a natural and emotionally engaged way, it's a sign that you have a unique attraction to him. His eyes show jealousy when you get close to someone else. One of the best ways to gauge a man's emotions is to observe his eyes when you interact with another guy. If he suddenly becomes quiet, his eyes reveal a hint of sadness, or he purposely looks away to hide his emotions, he may be feeling jealous. Jealousy isn't always expressed through words or obvious actions. Sometimes, it's just a subtle look of sadness, a distant gaze, or a moment of silence when he sees you enjoying someone else's company. In the end, eyes are the windows to the soul, and while a man may hide his feelings in words, his eyes will always tell the truth. If a guy looks at you more than usual, if his gaze is filled with interest, nervousness, or hesitation when caught, then he is likely harboring feelings for you. Pay close attention and trust your intuition. Sometimes, love doesn't need to be spoken. It can simply be felt through an honest and heartfelt gaze. If you are still watching the video, do not hesitate to comment continue. Leave your thoughts and questions below in the comment section. I look forward to hearing your opinions, and do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel so that Sophia has more motivation to create more good and meaningful videos. Let's continue together. Sign 3. He remembers the little things about you. A sign that he's secretly into you. When a guy truly likes you, he doesn't just pay attention to the big things, he also notices the smallest details about you. It could be your favorite food, the song you always listen to, or even tiny habits you don't even realize you have. This is one of the clearest signs that he has a special interest in you, even if he hasn't yet confessed his feelings. But why would a man remember such small details? Because when someone likes you, their mind automatically records everything about you without any effort. Things that seem meaningless to others become important to him. Let's dive deeper into this sign to see if someone might secretly have feelings for you. He remembers what you say, even when you forget. One of the clearest signs is that he can recall things you've said, even if they were just small details in a conversation. Maybe you once mentioned that you love matcha-flavored bubble tea, and then weeks later, he surprises you with exactly that flavor without asking again. Or you casually talked about your favorite movie, and later, he brings it up naturally as if he had remembered it all along. If someone doesn't have feelings for you, they won't bother remembering such details. But when a guy truly cares, everything you say becomes important to him. He pays attention to your preferences and habits. Another sign is that he always remembers what you like and dislike. If you love spicy food, he'll make sure to pick spicy dishes when eating with you. If you hate noisy places, he'll try to take you somewhere quiet to talk. He even notices your tiny habits. You might not realize that you always drink coffee before starting work, but he does. Or he sees that you twirl your hair when thinking or adjust your bag before standing up. These small details aren't something just anyone would notice, only someone who truly cares would. He remembers special dates you don't mention. You may not be someone who keeps track of anniversaries, but he does. If a guy likes you, he'll remember your birthday without needing a reminder. Sometimes, he even remembers dates that are meaningful to you, like the day you started a new job, an important event in your life, or even a day when you shared a memorable experience. Not everyone takes the time to remember these things unless they genuinely care about you in a special way. He recalls shared memories with emotion. If a guy likes you, he won't just remember you, he'll remember the moments you shared together. He might bring up times when you both went out to eat, watched a movie together, or had an interesting conversation. This shows that you've left a strong impression on his mind. To him, those moments aren't just small parts of life, they're cherished memories. He notices your emotions and remembers what made you happy or sad. A guy who truly cares won't just pay attention to your words, he'll also notice your emotions. He'll remember that last week you weren't feeling great because of a work issue or that you were sad over a disappointing movie ending. Not only does he remember, but he also checks in, encourages you, or does something to cheer you up. If a man is always aware of your emotions, it's a sign that you hold a special place in his heart. He remembers random things you said in passing. Sometimes, you might mention something casually without thinking much of it, but he remembers. Maybe you once said you'd like to try playing a musical instrument, and weeks later, he asks if you've started yet or even helps you find a class. This shows that he not only listens to you but also cares about your interests, sometimes even the ones you didn't expect him to remember. He tries to surprise you based on what he remembers about you. A man who truly likes you doesn't just remember things about you, he turns them into actions. If he knows you love a particular pastry, one day he might surprise you with it. If he knows you have an important exam coming up, he might send you a supportive message on the day of the test. These little gestures show that he doesn't just care in words but also wants to do something to make you happy. In the end, a man who truly likes you doesn't need to try to remember you, because everything about you naturally becomes important to him. If you notice someone always remembering the little things about you, paying attention to details in your life, and turning those details into genuine acts of care, then chances are, he's secretly into you. Love doesn't always have to be expressed in words, sometimes, it's shown through attention to the smallest details. If you feel that someone is always noticing you in this way, try opening your heart and see if his feelings are genuine. Because who knows, you might just be someone special in his heart. Sign 4. He changes his behavior when you're around. Signs that he is secretly into you. Love has a natural way of revealing itself, even when the person involved hasn't admitted it yet. When a guy likes someone, he unconsciously changes his behavior, attitude, and mannerisms whenever that person is around. Sometimes, he doesn't even realize that he's acting differently. However, if you pay close attention, you will notice clear signs of his change in behavior every time you're present. So, how does a guy change when he's around someone he likes? Below are the signs you should look out for to determine whether he is secretly into you. He becomes more energetic or quieter around you. One of the most common reactions when a guy has feelings for someone is a noticeable change in his level of communication. There are two opposing reactions that you might observe. He becomes more energetic and talkative. If he is usually a quiet person but talks more, tells funny stories, or tries to impress you with humor when you're around, it's a strong sign that he wants to get your attention. He becomes shy and reserved. On the other hand, if he is typically confident but becomes quieter, somewhat awkward, or nervous around you, it could be because he is trying to control his emotions to avoid revealing his feelings. Regardless of the reaction, if you notice a distinct change in his communication style when you're present, then you are definitely someone special to him. He always wants to impress you. A guy who likes you will unconsciously want to present the best version of himself in front of you. He may change his tone of voice, adjust his posture, or try to showcase his strengths when you're around. You might notice that when he's near you, he fixes his clothes or hair unconsciously, acts more gentlemanly or polite than usual, tries to demonstrate his skills, whether in work, sports, or any area where he excels. If a man cares about how he appears in front of you, it's a clear sign that he wants to leave a good impression. He pays attention to your reactions. A man who likes you will always observe how you react to his words or actions. If he tells a joke, he will secretly watch to see if you laugh. If he tries a new fashion style, he will wait to see if you notice. Moreover, he tends to adjust his behavior based on your reactions. If you dislike something, he will try to avoid doing it. If you like something, he will remember it and might bring it up later. This level of attentiveness shows that he values your opinion and wants to create a connection with you. He becomes more protective of you. A guy who likes you will naturally develop a protective instinct, even if he hasn't openly expressed his feelings yet. This can be seen through small actions like helping you before you even ask, ensuring your safety, such as reminding you to be careful when crossing the street or positioning himself between you and traffic, feeling uncomfortable when someone treats you badly. This isn't just the behavior of a regular friend, it's a sign that he has special feelings for you. He unconsciously mimics your actions. One of the most intriguing psychological signs of attraction is unconscious mirroring. When someone likes another person, they naturally imitate their actions, gestures, and speech patterns. Pay attention to whether, when you two talk, he unconsciously mimics your smile, tilts his head the same way you do, or even starts using phrases that you often say. If he does, it's a strong indicator that he is drawn to you without even realizing it. He reacts differently when you're around other men. If he genuinely likes you, his reaction will be noticeably different when he sees you interacting with another guy. He might become quieter and less cheerful than usual. Pretend not to care but secretly observe your conversation. Try to join in so he doesn't feel left out. Even if he tries to hide it, this subtle jealousy is a clear sign that he has feelings for you. He shows special attention that he doesn't give to others. A guy may be polite and considerate to everyone, but if he gives you special attention beyond what he offers to others, it's a sign that he likes you. These special actions might include always prioritizing you in different situations, paying extra attention to your likes and emotions more than others, helping you enthusiastically, even without a specific reason. If he treats you in a way that is different from how he treats others, then you are likely the person he's most interested in. In the end, when a guy likes someone, a change in his behavior is inevitable. Whether he tries to hide it or not, these signs will naturally appear. If you notice that he becomes more talkative or more reserved around you, shows special attention, or instinctively protects you, then there is a high chance that he is secretly into you. Sometimes, feelings don't need to be expressed in words, just by observing closely, you can see everything. And who knows? You might also have special feelings for him that you haven't realized yet. Sign 5. He is always willing to help you. Signs that show he is secretly into you. True feelings are not only expressed through words but also through actions. When a guy likes someone, he won't hesitate to help them in every situation, big or small. This is not just common politeness, it's genuine care that comes from the heart. If you notice that a man is always there when you need him, always helping you without expecting anything in return, there is a high chance that he is secretly into you. But how can you differentiate between the help of an ordinary friend and the help of someone who has feelings for you? Let's explore the signs that indicate he truly cares about you in a special way. He helps you willingly, without hesitation. One of the clearest signs is that he always takes the initiative to help you, even without you asking. These could be small acts such as driving you home when you don't have transportation, fixing your computer or phone when you have issues, carrying your bags when he sees you struggling with heavy items. He doesn't need to think twice or find excuses to help you. He acts naturally, as if helping you is something he simply wants to do. This shows that you hold a special place in his heart. He prioritizes helping you over others. If he is a kind person who helps everyone, you might think his actions are just general courtesy. However, pay attention to whether he gives you special treatment. For example, if a group of friends needs help, but he always pays the most attention to you, helps you first, or even postpones his personal tasks to assist you, then you are definitely not just an ordinary friend to him. He notices the smallest issues you have and offers help. A guy who likes you will not only help when you ask but will also notice your difficulties and step in before you even mention them. You casually complain about cleaning your house, and the next day he offers to help without hesitation. You struggle with work, and he proactively asks if there's anything he can do. You hurt your hand, and he immediately helps you open a bottle without waiting for you to ask. Not everyone pays attention to such details unless they genuinely care about you. He doesn't mind sacrificing his time and effort for you. A man who likes you won't feel bothered when helping you, even if it requires time and effort. If you need help while he is busy, he still tries to adjust his schedule to be there. If you need someone to accompany you to a faraway place, he agrees without hesitation. If you run into trouble late at night, he still texts you to check in or finds a way to assist. This readiness is not just kindness, it is a sign that he considers you important. He doesn't expect anything in return. Some people help others expecting something in return, but a guy who truly likes you won't ask for anything back. He never brings up past favors to make you feel indebted. He doesn't get upset if you don't reciprocate in the same way. He helps simply because he wants to see you happy and free from difficulties. This is a sign of genuine, selfless affection. He helps you even when there's no benefit for him. If he truly likes you, he will help you even when there's nothing in it for him. You need to find a specific item but don't know where to buy it, he takes time to research it for you. You need a companion for an unimportant event, he still agrees to go with you. You need someone to talk to late at night, he patiently listens without complaining. These actions show that he cares about you not only when it's convenient but also when it takes extra effort. He feels happy when helping you. Another important sign is that he doesn't see helping you as a burden but as something that genuinely makes him happy. When he helps you, he doesn't look annoyed or reluctant but is always cheerful and enthusiastic. He proactively asks if you need any help, even before you say anything. After helping, he doesn't expect excessive gratitude, he just feels satisfied knowing you're okay. His happiness comes from seeing you happy, which is a clear indication that he has special feelings for you. When a man truly likes you, he won't just express it with words but will show it through actions. If he is always willing to help, prioritizes you over others, and doesn't hesitate to sacrifice his time and effort for you, it's a strong sign that you have a significant place in his heart. If you notice someone who is always there for you, helping sincerely without expecting anything in return, appreciate that affection. Because more than just kindness, it could be the sign of a love that is quietly growing. Sign 6. He proactively texts you, but not too eagerly. A sign that he's secretly into you. In the age of messaging apps and social media, love is sometimes expressed through seemingly simple texts that hold deep meaning. When a guy likes you, he will always look for opportunities to chat, while maintaining just the right distance so as not to create pressure or make his feelings too obvious. This is one of the most significant signs that he has special feelings for you. Why does a guy who likes you proactively text you, but not too eagerly? Let's delve deeper into the meaning behind these seemingly simple messages. He often texts first but skillfully maintains distance. A guy who truly cares will always find a way to be the first to reach out. He will take the initiative to text you, ask how your day was, or inquire about your weekend plans. However, the special thing is that he always maintains a certain level of moderation, ensuring you don't feel overwhelmed by too many messages. He understands the importance of balance in communication. If he comes on too strong, you might feel suffocated or question his intentions. But if he keeps too much distance, he fears you won't notice his genuine concern. Therefore, he carefully considers each message to make sure you feel comfortable while still sensing his special presence. He finds natural reasons to contact you. A man who likes you won't just text randomly, he will find natural and reasonable reasons to start a conversation. He might share a song he just listened to, thinking you'd like it too, tell you about a new dish he tried and enjoyed, or simply share a funny story that happened during his day. These reasons may seem small and simple, but the true purpose behind them is to maintain a connection with you. This shows that you are always on his mind, making him unconsciously think of you in various moments of his daily life. He considers the right time to text. A guy who truly likes you will always be mindful of the timing of his messages. He won't bombard you with texts throughout the day or message at inconvenient times because he doesn't want to bother you. Instead, he will choose moments when you are free, such as during lunch breaks, in the evening before bed, or after work, to check in or have a short but meaningful conversation. He knows that choosing the right time to text will help you feel more at ease and also demonstrates his thoughtfulness and special care. If you notice that he often texts you at times when you are most available to chat, it's a clear sign that he thinks a lot about you. He pays attention to your feelings in conversations. A man who genuinely cares about you won't just text to talk about himself, he will also listen and pay attention to your emotions. He will ask open-ended questions that allow you to share your thoughts and feelings freely. If you are happy, he will share in your joy. If you are feeling down, he will show concern, offer encouragement, or try to make you smile again. These messages may not be lengthy, but they are deep and full of emotion, enough for you to feel that he truly cares and wants to share both the good and bad moments with you. He doesn't overreact when you reply late or don't respond. A guy who secretly likes you will always have a certain level of patience. He understands that you have your own life and priorities, and you can't always reply immediately. Instead of getting upset or acting distant, he remains calm and might even say, "No worries, reply whenever you have time." He doesn't pressure you to respond quickly, nor does he make you feel uncomfortable. This understanding clearly shows that he genuinely cares about you while also respecting your time and space. He sends messages that show special care but aren't too obvious. Another significant sign you might notice in his texts is that he sometimes sends messages that subtly hint at his feelings, but not in an overly direct way. For example, he might write, "It's getting cold, make sure to stay warm," or "Try to get some rest, don't overwork yourself." These messages are gentle and pressure-free, yet they make it clear that you hold a special place in his heart. Such genuine care isn't given to just anyone, it's reserved only for someone he truly values. A man who likes you will always be subtle in his communication, not too eager but sincere enough for you to feel his affection. If you notice someone consistently initiating conversations in a gentle and considerate manner, offering genuine care while maintaining a respectful distance, then chances are, he's secretly into you. Love doesn't always need to be spoken aloud, sometimes, it's felt through delicate and thoughtful actions. Cherish those who show you quiet yet genuine affection, as they might be the ones who love you the most. Conclusion. When a man secretly likes you, he often does not easily express it directly in words. Instead, his feelings will be clearly shown through subtle signs, small but very sincere actions. If you notice that he always finds ways to approach you, his eyes frequently turn toward you, he remembers even the smallest details about you, or he changes his behavior whenever you appear, then it is certain that he is paying more attention to you than usual. True love always begins with sincerity and quiet concern. A special glance, a gentle gesture, or simply remembering little things that even you forget, all are clear evidence of his genuine feelings for you. Do not overlook these signals, because sometimes the one who truly cares about you the most is the one who has not yet found the courage to speak up, the one who silently accompanies you unconditionally. If you have recognized these signs from someone, open your heart to receive and feel more deeply. Who knows, the person who secretly likes you might just be the one you have been waiting for all along. Do not miss out on a sincere love just because he has not yet dared to express it. Be attentive, understanding, and feel with your heart, because happiness is sometimes just one sincere gesture and a gentle glance away. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. I hope you have found valuable lessons about love and relationships. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. I truly appreciate your support and will continue to bring valuable content in future videos. Stay with me on this journey of exploring love and relationships. See you again, and may you always be happy.